Yo, it's good. How y'all doing out there? So yeah, Wayne dropped off D6 Reloaded, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. The original audio I had for this, I forgot I had the actual mixtape playing in the background. You kind of can hear the music over me, so I just decided to not even have shit in the background, so you can hear me over, anything playing around the background noise. So um, just go wing it. I ain't even got no notes, you know what I mean? Like I said, I destroyed the other audio. So basically, Wayne dropped off D6 Reloaded, coming off of D6, and that mixtape was officially fire, but I feel like a lot of people kind of knew that, and notably, a lot of people actually talked about it in good light, you know what I mean? Even dead in hip hop, you know what I mean? They had some good words to say about it, and you know how they feel about Wayne projects as of late if you've been following them. So I thought that was dope. But I kept seeing certain people felt like it was trash or it was horrible. Now the thing is, I feel like this. It was something that Montana 300 said when it comes to Wayne. A lot of people probably don't really understand the metaphors or the bars that Wayne be talking about. So they know that when it comes to Montana 300, that he got skills, he could rap, but they'll tell him to stop rapping over other people's production. But when it comes to Wayne, they give him a pass. And basically, it just feel like what he's saying about himself is it's a double standard. But with Wayne, it's kind of like, okay, you could do that. But for people that say Wayne is trash with this mixtape, it's just like I feel like what he said, you don't really understand the bars or you can't relate to him. You know what I mean? Or you don't even get what the fuck they even mean or what they stand for. Because I walked away from D6 like, damn, that shit was crazy. I had high hopes, didn't know what to expect because, D3, D4, I think D5, he definitely came back strong, but it was too many tracks. So with D6, I was like, I don't know. Heard it, loved it. Now with D6 Reloaded, really didn't know what to expect. And I see some of the same things problematic wise with this mixtape that was kind of like the other one, the first one. And it's like the artists he has on there, like the Marley G, um, vice versa, Jay Jones, Euro is cool, but it's just those artists that I feel like people don't really know and they not really here for them. They're here for Wayne. And I think Wayne needs to understand that. Now, if you want to do a compilation for your Young Money camp, then do that. But I walked away from this joint. It has some good tracks on here. It's a couple of them that I feel like I can do without. Of course, you got Freaky Side, Creep. Um, what else I didn't really rock with on here? Drowning, I was like, whatever. And Abracadabra. But other than that, everything else was kind of dope. You know what I mean? It opens up with original. It sounds like original production. For Nothing. Go Brazy featuring Jay Jones. Without him, the song dope. I didn't the Weezy and Montana. I mean, my bad. Weezy and Madonna song. That's the loyalty track. Kendrick and Rihanna. I was just like, I don't like when Wayne does those melodic ass tracks. I just feel like, you know what I mean? He done it better in the past, but as of late, he hasn't really been doing what he's supposed to do on them. So I wish he'd leave him alone. Of course, we know Big Bad Wolf, Fire, bars, crazy. It goes into Sick, which is another good one. Family Feud is a gem that he let out early, which I wish he would have waited because that would have been a huge surprise for fans of Wayne and Drake. I feel like he shouldn't have dropped that. Back from the 80s was another good one. People were saying I was kind of weak. I was like, wow, okay. Gumbo was dope, but I wish that Gutta Gutta wouldn't have used his flow. Like, he used a whole flow from, Gummo, and I was just like, damn, that 6ix9ine shit. We ain't really fucking with that. Drowning, no. Back to Sleep was cool. I just like the beat he chose. It's like, what are you doing? I couldn't figure out what the beat was. I'm like, what the fuck is it? Oh, okay. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, this nigga crazy. Groupie Gang. I feel like Gucci Gang is too easy of a beat. You know what I mean? You've heard people use that production or remix it or whatever the case may be. I just feel like that was just some easy shit for Wayne. Don't Shoot 'Em. Too Hot for TV featuring Lil Twist. I heard Trippie Redd was supposed to be on there, but I don't know if that's true. But I do know Trippie Redd kept playing a song that featured Lil Wayne on it. So I don't know if that's the same song from that snippet. But if it is, and it's less like Trippie, you maybe probably want to stop, leaking shit, if it ain't really done or you're not knowing if it's going to drop or not, because that's a bad look. That's a Wayne and Drake record possibly you're not even on. Creep, Freaky Side, Main Things, Light Years. Bloody Mary, like you already know how I feel about that if you follow me on Twitter. But other than that, he still did his thing. I feel like he didn't need to do this. You know what I mean? If he felt like it was some more tracks that he wanted on Dedication 6, he should have thrown them on there. I mean, some mixtapes back in the day used to be like 30 tracks. Word, like really. And most of these is just basically freestyles and shit like that. You just rhyming over somebody's beat. If they all fire, you know what I mean? I feel like Wayne definitely could have had a better person kind of A&R his project and get rid of the Yes Man and take all these tracks, the 20 tracks from this one and the other, I think he had 15, 16 on the other one or whatever the case may be, and actually look through them and see what's the best one. So it's back to back to back to back to back to back bars, metaphors, great production and shit like that, and give us one mixtape. And I think Dedication 6, flawless. You know what I mean? Because it's still a couple records to where it's just like, Wayne, let's be honest, it's kind of a filler track. Not saying none of these mixtapes are fire. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But we cannot sit here and act like it ain't a couple joints on both of them that it's just like, either the flow don't work with the production or the lyrics just don't measure up to what the song possibly could be. At least that's what I took away from both projects. You know what I mean? It just seemed like beats that maybe his friends wanted him to be on, but then you gotta look at it, they don't even drop instrumentals no more for most of these songs. So either you get a person to remake it and those ain't quite up to par with the original, or it's just a way of doing a song that you possibly like that wasn't a big hit and you just wanted to get on it or whatever the case may be. But that's the thing where I feel like Wayne got to look at a lot of these tracks. He used to get on songs that he felt like people left him off of, so he wanted to get on it and kill it so that the original is no more. And some of these songs is just like, I don't really think people just fuck with the original like that. It's cool or whatever, but it's just like, whatever. We don't really fuck with the original artist or whatever. So you not really doing much to surpass that artist by actually getting on the record and doing what you're doing, if you get what I'm saying. But other than that, I fuck with it, man. Wayne is still incredible. No Ceilings, it will still be my favorite. I do believe that Drought 3 is my favorite mixtape from Wayne of all time. I'm going to go with Drought 3. Just the memories, the moment it dropped, the pandemonium it caused, at least for me, it'll be always in the Dedication series. It'll be D2, but in the Drought series, it'll definitely be Drought 3. And that's another thing, nigga. Wayne should start doing Drought mixtapes. Like, official ones, because I think it stopped after Drought 3. All that other shit wasn't really official Drought mixtapes. You know what I mean? I definitely feel like he should do that. But I don't know, man. We're supposed to hear some more music from Wayne this year. Hopefully it's some original music, which we probably won't get because of the Birdman shit. And as far as mixtapes, it's just like, I don't know, nigga. Change your name from Lil Wayne to Tunchi or tune something to where you can put out. It's loopholes in everything in America. So I know it's a way you can wiggle out that situation to drop music the way you're supposed to drop it without this nigga getting a dime. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, I'm not a lawyer or nothing like that, but it's business is always loopholes in it, no matter what. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just feel like Wayne should drop some original music because he do got fans that like his commercial shit. And I think that's what stops them from actually appreciating his mixtapes is because they don't know the history of Wayne. Back when everybody left the label and he had on his third album and he didn't know if he was going to stay and his buzz wasn't where it used to be when everybody was there. So he went to the mixtape route. So it's just like if you understand the history of Wayne and you've been there from the start, you kind of understand why he does mixtapes, and that's really where a lot of his notoriety came from. Because of mixtapes, he became who he is, and because of Wayne, mixtapes will never be the same. You know what I mean? He put a spotlight on mixtapes in a different light. Some would say 50 did it, but it's just like I just feel like 50 just took beats and just made original music on it to show he understood song structure. But to me, that didn't really, take the cake far as mixtapes and making them something that's crazy, because it's just like if you like the original song, all you do is make a song over the beat, but that song is not better than the actual song. What Wayne did, he's freestyling, remixing this bitch and killing this shit on some shit you won't even hear on the original song. So I think that's the difference. Not to take nothing away from 50, because he do have some dope classic mixtapes, you know what I mean? But I was just more a Wayne fan, and I was early on Wayne since the 90s, late 90s, and 50 came kind of in the early 2000s. But that's just what I thought about D6 Reloaded. Y'all let me know what y'all think. And but no hate, no shade to nobody that does, or says they're a Lil Wayne fan. And just that if you don't know something, like you in school, you get a test, you got to study for the test in order to pass it, at least with a decent grade. You know what I mean? You could pass with, a D, but if you want to get, A or B, you definitely want to do your homework. You feel me? So that's all. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about it and who y'all think gonna take the Super Bowl this year. I know a lot of y'all don't fuck with the Patriots. I do, you know what I mean? Way before anything. Other than that, I'm out of here. 1.